We're live from Phil Welch Stadium here in St. Joseph, Missouri, and you're watching St. Joseph Mustangs baseball here on YouTube. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. I'm Jackson Phelps. Joined next to me, my partner, Truman Griesel. And Truman, another Mink League matchup finds its way in Phil Welch. A short homestand, only 3 games. Is going to be Bronco Witt, only making his second start, but his 6th appearance on the mound. Predominantly a bullpen guy, but got his first start this week against Nevada. 36 Ks. And that's going to be lined over to Coy. That's going to get in center field for a base hit. First one of this ball game, and it comes off the bat of Fernandez.
He got jammed a little bit, was only able to pop it up into right center.
Ball lined over to third. De Los Santos has a tough time fielding it, and McCullum's going to be safe, and he'll reach on the E5. A juice situation. Has a strike on Espinal. He's got a deep drive put in the center field. Miller giving chase into the sun. That one is high. That one is one-hopping the wall. Incoming to score Gonzalez. Incoming to score Oliver, and rounding all the way from first to third is Harris. And a stand-up triple, 3 RBI. 0-2 pitch, and that is going to be lined into center field and into score. Espinal for the 4th run of the ball game, and an RBI single off the bat of Aiden Eggers. The 2-2 pitch from Witt. That's going to be lined, and that's going to get over the glove of Bodenhausen and into right field, rounding third, coming in to score Eggers for the 5th run of the game, and the 5th strike for Bronco Witt. 1-1 pitch is swung on and put it into the right center field gap. That is going to get down. Smith will score easily. Jeske on his horse for second. The throw is not in time, and Jeske with an RBI double and the 4th straight. Full count to Gundelfinger. As he's going to swing it and line it into center field. First base hit for the Mustangs belongs to Tyler Gundelfinger. Trying to get some momentum started. 1-0 pitch, runs upstairs, and here comes Bodenhausen to score for the 1st run of the night for the Cardinals. Full count pitch is ripped into center field. Smith into the sun. That is going to get down. Miller comes in to score. Rounding third is Lukart. Felix on his way to third. Throw is in time at third, but 2 runs come home to score on the double here of this ball game. As Gonzalez rips it over to George, and that'll hop off the glove on the hop, and Gonzalez reaches to first. Double play ball for Chapman would be. That is ripped over to third into left field for another base hit. Back-to-back hits for the Merchants with 1 out here in the 4th. Off speed, and Gundelfinger's going to put a flare into center field. That is going to get down. Little over to third in time, moving over Philippi to second.
A plethora of runs.
And that'll be grounded over to Harris.
Everything in front of him.
Lucart's going to rip it over to second. That's going to get off the glove and into right, into score. Philippi coming around to score is Bodenhausen. And we are tied at 6. A 2 RBI single from Braden Lukart. 0-2 pitch to Bodenhausen is going to be swung on in a flare out into shallow center field. That's going to get down. Philippi on his horse, and he's going to come in to score on the RBI single, which gives the Mustangs their first lead of the night. 2 outs, runner 90 feet away for the Merchants. Swung on and lined into left field. That's going to be fair, and we are tied once again now at 7 in an RBI single. Once
Miller and Lukart.
Gundelfinger, a deep drive into center field. Smith gets under it. Philippi tags up. Smith's throw cut off, and Philippi scores on the RBI sacrifice fly. And the Mustangs regain the lead. They lead it 8-7. 3-1 swung on by Harris, put into right field. Little makes the grab. Coming and tagging is Lutheran, and he'll score, and we are tied at 8. First runner with no outs here for the Mustangs. 3-2 pitch is outside, and there goes Miller as he's issued on the walk. And the Mustangs with some big wall, but it just dies in that air. And there goes Miller over to second. Throw not in time from Jeske. Another away from those corners. He's going to put a deep fly into center field. Coming in shallow is Smith. He's going to make the play. Here comes Miller at home. Throw in from Smith. Not in time, and the Mustangs take the lead with 2 outs in the bottom of the... Leaving 2 on. 3-2 down in the dirt, and that'll put Little. And that'll be a balk. So here comes Felix. And there you go, a 2-run lead for the Mustangs issued by the
hit that breaking ball.
Gonzalez is going to line it over to second. Bodenhausen flips it to Coy, and that ends it and leaves 2 on the base paths. And Busby shuts it down for the Mustangs. They win it 10-8 in dramatic fashion against the Carroll Merchants.
Heck of a pitching performance by Busby. He comes in for Andrew Clark with the bases loaded.